Hi, this is Saccharines Bonder, where I do predictions of the future. Like me do prediction field, let me know in the chat or in the description or wherever you like. Just a reminder that our show times and all that wonderful stuff is at our website at saccharines.com, where all that wonderful information is there. I'm working alone today because the wife is at work doing the wonderful things at the hospital today. Of course, there's people out there pretending to be me on the internet. And just to give you a heads up, if you're ever wondering what we sell and all that wonderful stuff, it's at our website at saccharines.com. Always check with the website before making any purchases that are out there. Let's get started with today's show. Couple things to talk about today. Hopefully we get more people on the chat with lots of good questions for today's show. As always, something about Gary Gensler. There's been a little bit of a situation with the SEC and the Supreme Court and all that wonderful stuff where they're going to be making major changes on who's going to be regulating what within the cryptocurrency world and all other things that are out there. Let's have a look at, is Gary Gensler going to be keeping his job or not as we move forward in our new world? And things are moving rapidly as we move along. So let's throw some cards down. I'm thinking that Gary Gensler is going to be staying in, actually. But the relevancy of the SEC and all that sort of thing is going to be diminished in time. There's going to be some new laws that are going to be brought out for regulating the new cryptocurrency market and the new financial system that is going to be based on cryptocurrencies. As we're moving along, everybody kind of knows that we're going to be moving, well, everybody who understands everything about cryptocurrency and the world at large is already kind of figuring out that the old system isn't in good shape. Okay? And we need a new system to move forward, or we're going to be in a really tough spot. Okay? So let's throw some cards down for Gary Gensler. What's he going to be doing going forward? I think a lot of the cards that I'm put out here, I think the health of his whole thing is going to be diminished in a great way. I think there's going to be a new organization that's going to be coming out to facilitate the new systems that are going to be coming out for the new financial system that's going to be coming out very, very shortly. And we're starting to get there very, very quickly with what's happening in politics and what's happening in the banking system and what's happening all over the place with our financial system moving forward. We even have politicians talking about cryptocurrencies in a positive way. And I think we're going to need a whole new organization. And I am picking up that the SEC is going to be changed in a huge way, where it's going to be new laws, and those new laws are going to be coming out in about 2 to 3 weeks ish. Okay, so I think Gary Gensler's job is going to be changing quite considerably, and they're going to be putting in new people for this new system coming out. So, of course, the financial system is going to be boosted with this new system. And when I'm saying the new financial system that's going to be coming out, and hopefully you got your Bitcoin and all that sort of thing and sitting on it, okay, and not being preyed upon by all the news, okay? We're going to be changing in a big way in the next little while. I think a lot of the secrets that were hidden for quite some time with the SEC are going to be coming out in a big way, even in the regular news. Now that everybody's starting to wake up, to the reality of their world around them. And I think we got a lot of scared people out there with everything going on. So we're going to need huge changes within the financial system, and that's going to be coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks in a major, significant way. Gary Gensler is still going to have some type of position, but it's not going to be regulating over Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in any major way. There's going to be something new that's going to be coming out in a major way. And the new laws are going to be coming out 3-4 weeks from today. Okay, let's look at the next thing, which is, if you've been watching and you're not living under a rock, I think some of the questions already are about Mr. Biden and Trump. I wouldn't say interesting. Anybody in the know already knew everything that was shown in that debate of Mr. Biden and Mr. Trump. That now they can't keep a lid on all the things that are going wrong with the world. And Donald Trump, in his infinite wisdom, showed the world that we're not in good shape. Okay. And of course, people who watch this show already know this, but to the major amount of people that don't know, now they know. And now we're going to be having to deal with these people coming to the realization that everything that they've been told is a lie. Okay? Or very close to being a lie. So let's throw some cards down. What is going to be happening to Mr. Biden? Okay. In the after show, I guess you would call it. What is the Biden camp gonna do? They're gonna do something, and now they're gonna have to try to save their keisters from that debate. And that just happened. Of course, the health of everything right now is our good friend here, lying awake. I think they're going to be turning it around in some fashion, and they're going to be putting somebody new into place. They're not going to be running with Mr. Biden any longer. Correction. They're going to run with Biden for a short period of time for the next little while, and try to polish him up and make him look a little bit better, and do a lot of what would you call it? News and all that sort of thing. Try to make him look good in some way, and that's going to be for the next 2 to 3 weeks, that they're going to be trying to polish a turd to make it look a lot better than what it is right now. And that's going to be for the next little while. Is he going to be continuing? I think they're going to go with keeping Biden in place. I don't think they have any backup plan as of right now. They might throw in, what's his face? Kennedy as a Hail Mary, because now they're going to have to repair all the damage that they did, talking about Kennedy and all that sort of thing, to prop him up. Obama or Michelle Obama and all that sort of thing. But I don't think it's going to be done that well. And I think they're going to have to be getting stuck with Biden as the candidate for that camp. And I think this damage that they've done to themselves will really hamstring the Biden camp and all that sort of thing going forward. I think they're still going to be trying to put Biden into power with probably a situation that will need a Biden in power, like a war or something like that. Make him a wartime president where you can't change him out because you're in the middle of a situation, but that's not going to be lasting very much longer as the people cry out and they're going to be wanting to get the other guy into play. It's something that's going to be waking up the world. If you weren't awake before, this is the time that all your friends and family that weren't knowledgeable of everything that's going on right now, they're going to be doing that. And now they're going to have to learn the coping mechanisms, which is not going to be pretty. Okay. And you're going to have to help them out. I think this is the time that I think Cliff High was talking about. There's going to be a period in time when all the normies are going to be having a panic attack, and we're going to have to help them out, hold them by the hand, give them a hug, make sure that they're okay so they can deal with what is transpiring. But I do think they're going to be trying to keep on with Biden because people's mentality, there's going to be some breaks in people's emotional fabric. Okay? So they're not going to be believing what they saw with their own eyes. It's going to take some time, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, until they realize what they saw was the truth. Okay? So, yeah, I think they're going to continue with Biden, unfortunately. Okay? So we can discuss that more as people chat more on the chat. And the last thing was Nvidia. Somebody was asking about Nvidia in the comment section of somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. I think it was Twitter. How it's going to be doing in the next little while. It seems to be doing well. The first thing that I was thinking when I saw it, it's going to be a short-term thing. Okay? There's some big flaws that I'm seeing psychically with Nvidia, but it is a good short-term investment for the next little while. I think something's going to be happening along the way, and it's not going to be doing as well as it is right now, even though it's going like gangbusters out there. Okay. As I throw cards on the floor, let's throw some cards down for Nvidia. Okay. I think a lot of the health of Nvidia is going to be coming to a screeching halt in the next little while. Even though it's doing well right now, doesn't mean it's going to be continuing to do that for the future, but for the short time. Everybody wants a time. I think next 2 to 3 months, it's going to do very, very well. And then something's going to be happening, and then it's going to be starting to come down with the rest of the market overall. Okay, so make sure you get in there and get out. Make your profit, as always. Not financial advice, of course. You do what you want to do. The financial part of everything, as we see, it's not going to be long-term, and there's going to be some legal issues that are going to be coming along, and it's going to be not good for Nvidia in the long term. Okay, right now it's doing good, not so for the long period. Okay, let's get into the chat. We got 18 chats out there. Hello, everybody. Okay. Okay. Magic Mountain. Hello. Some good guys are saying this bull market for crypto is in jeopardy of breaking structure and going into a bear sub 45,000. What do you think? Well, I did make the statement in a couple of shows ago that we are into choppy waters, and this is something that happens every time that we have a happening. It's about 8 to 12 months after the happening that we start to rocket up in a big way. And that's what happens traditionally with the Bitcoin market moving forward. I do think we found pretty much the bottom. There's going to be something else that's going to be coming along. It's going to be not great, but it's going to be a great time to get in. Hopefully you're getting in. And financial advice, of course, while it's on the down slope. Okay. But once it's all said and done and all the things that are happening behind the scenes with cryptocurrencies, we're going to have an explosion in price probably by winter, if not sooner. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out with this question. 45K. I don't think it's going to be going down quite that low, but it is going to be going down quite a bit. It might be 52K, something like that. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre. Please, could you do a 3-card reading for my portfolio? Need more Bitcoin. Maybe some Nvidia for the short period of time. For a long-term thing, I think you're gonna be doing okay. Doesn't look like it right now. Don't do any knee-jerk reactions, which a lot of people do out of fear. Okay, as I've always said here many, many times, buy the Bitcoin, sit on it, relax, have some coffee. That's my strategy, and it's worked out tremendously in the past. We've been at this for over 10 years, and we've seen all the cycles and that sort of thing. But I think you're getting all the major bases filled, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, that sort of thing. Maybe a little XRP here and there. There's going to be some situations that are going to be happening with XRP, and it's not going to do as well as people had thought. But it's still going to be something that's in play. Okay. But overall, I think you're going to do okay. Okay. Don't do knee-jerk reactions. People do that and they lose everything. Can I get a reading about my job? Well, all the hard work that you've been doing has been going to be paying off in the near term. It's going to be rocketing, and there's going to be a little bit more money coming to you in a big way if you keep at it. And I think there's going to be a change in position for you, okay, for whatever that pertains to you. And it's going to be something that they had not seen in you before. And it's going to be what's going to be blasting you off to the next level. So continue with what you're doing, do all the hard work, put in all that effort, and it's going to be doing tremendously much, much better for you in the next little while. Okay? And I do see some big change from where you are right now to something new. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. Hi, Andre. I've been applying to various jobs for over a year now and can't secure one. What do you think? It's a problem right now. We have joblessness all over the place. United States, Canada, all over the planet. And it's normal-ish. It's not you necessarily. It's the market right now, and hopefully sometimes you're going to have to downgrade your expectations of jobs, okay? If you have to be the dishwasher, you can be the dishwasher. I've done it, okay? And remember, every type of job that you can acquire, okay, may not be in your wheelhouse, may not be part of your knowledge base. Is just a step up, a nice foundation to move up from where you are. You might I'm thinking you're going to need extra education on acquiring good jobs and all that sort of thing. So I don't think it's you. I think it's just the market, and maybe getting a lesser job just to get yourself up there. And you have to remember, it's just a foundation that you can work upon and launch yourself into new heights. Basically what I'm picking up for you. Okay, so if you got to be the janitor, be the janitor. Nothing. I've done that. I've unloaded trucks. I've painted walls. I've fixed things just to bring in the money. There's nothing wrong with doing all kinds of jobs and becoming. This is the time when we got to be more diverse in our skill set. Okay. And then through that action, we'll bring upon the law of attraction, and something will come along in that you're more suited to will come along in a period of time. Okay. So sometimes we have to go down a little bit and build upon that. And that's pretty much what I'm picking up with you. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. What kind of work do you see me doing in the next 10 years that fits my personality? Comedy? I don't know. I've tried that. I've done comedy. I came in second because there was only two of us on the docket that night, but it was one of those competitions for comedian and all that sort of thing. And there was only two of us doing the show that night, so I came in second. So hopefully that gave you a bit of a chuckle. I do think that's going to be coming out of your actions. Of course, this is the thing we got to all learn. Okay, action leads to law of attraction. Okay, people kind of forget this, and we got to get yourself into motion to get things going, right? And you got to get all the education, put yourself out there, look for other opportunities. That could be businesses, that sort of thing. We're going to be headed into really tough times in the next, well, it's already here, but we have to be diverse in our actions and all that sort of thing. You have to remember, your job is not who you are. Okay? You can do the crummy job that pays some bills, and then you can work on other projects on the side, like I do, i.e. the channel. And you have to not be afraid of certain things. Okay? I have multiple things that I do on a daily basis, and I got the crummy job as well. So the crummy job is not who I am. It's just the platform to get me to other things. And I'm thinking, again, this is where you need to focus on. And you're going to be doing just fine in the next 2 to 3 years. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Hi, guys. Yesterday I heard very loud bang inside my room. Has been happening a few times in the last month. Do you pick up anything? I'm totally clueless. It's like somebody dropping the shoe, a book or something on the floor next to you. Probably your guide's trying to smack you across the head and go, listen. And I think we talked about this in the past with Alkaline. He's starting to develop his abilities and he's not listening. Okay. And I'm picking up that that's what this is. It's your guides going, hello. Now we have to get into that part of growing to accept and not be afraid of these things. You have to remember, if your guides are talking to you and you surround yourself with white light and all that sort of thing to protect yourself from any negative energies that are out there, which is very easy. Just white light, surround yourself, and then through meditation, ask, what do you want? And then you'll have that conversation with them. And, you sit, have a cup of coffee with them and you chat, which is a very interesting thing. And you become more and more enveloped in that world. You've stepped into a bigger world, young Jedi. And I think that's where you're at right now. Don't be afraid. Okay? Protect yourself, and consciously, through meditation, ask, what do you want? And then they'll start to answer you, and don't be afraid. Okay? This is the biggest thing that holds people back into doing psychic work, is that they're afraid that they're going to lose control, this perception of control. You're always in control. You just take a deep breath out and move on into that world. And once you do, it's like letting go of the edge of the cliff and just free fall. That's kind of what it feels like. And then you'll be much, much better. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Don't be afraid. Protect yourself with white light, and you're going to be just fine. Okay? Will Biden drop out of the running for his president? He won't. Okay? Because his mentality thinks that he's doing okay. Okay? The people around him will ask him to drop out, but I don't think he's going to do that because of his mentality. Okay? Hi, Andre. When will I meet my next soulmate that I will be with a long time? Can you describe her? Anything that you can tell? Hope I find one that fills me. Well, there's some issues that I'm already written. Not to find somebody who fills you. You have to become that person yourself. Okay? Remember that. You have to be cool with yourself. Once you are in love with yourself and everything that you do and all your rough edges, I don't have any rough edges, right? Once you've fallen in love with yourself, the law of attraction states that you'll find the person that is most suited. It may not be this whole soulmate thing is not actually a thing. Okay, I know I'm going to break some people's brains for that, but it's the person that you necessarily need at the moment. You have to remember, you're going to be attracting the person that you are like. So if you keep attracting the things that you do not like to you, it's unfortunately a good time to look in the mirror and go, oh boy, because you attract like begets like. Okay? I don't want to discourage you in any way, but if the people that you're attracting to you is not good for you, it just means you need more development in yourself and your own emotional state. Okay? And this is kind of a slap in the face when we realize this, me included, that we always need to be working upon ourselves. When we start to work upon ourselves, then the things that are like to us will come to us. Okay? So part of being psychic or just a person is always working upon ourselves, improving ourselves, emotional stability and all that sort of thing. And then when you work upon yourself, you bring those people that are like you, that you like, will start to come to you. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay? Hi, Andre. Hope all is well. Yeah, pretty good. Do you see my current relationship working out, or is my ex coming back? Well, as I just stated in the previous question, it's always about working upon ourselves, and we always attract the things that we are. I know it's kind of a punch in the face, unfortunately. Me too. That we always have to build upon our relationships in a grander scale, and as long as we're working on ourselves emotionally and all the other facets and loving all of our rough edges, then the people that are like us and that we like will come to us. Okay? And not think about our exes and all that sort of thing. They're exes for a reason. Okay? Unfortunately, when you're on the okay, people will fall away. And it's hard. Okay, I get it all the time. That they're not ready to take the journey with you. And what you're trying to develop is you're going to be trying to find people that are willing on the same path as you to take the journey with you. Unfortunately, when we're in the state of growth, okay, we're going to leave some people behind. And that's just life. That was the lesson for the moment in your life with that particular person that you needed to learn. And then when I know people, they want to keep everything the way that it is, but when you're on the path of growth, you're going to leave some people behind. And it's not a bad thing. Okay? It may feel bad, but it's just a natural state of progression. Sometimes those people will snap into it and start the path of growth as well and meet up with you at a later time. I had a friend that I hadn't seen in about 30 some odd years, and they contacted me, and he's on the path of growth, and we had a good coffee and had a lot of talk, but it took 30 years for them to come back to that path of growth. Okay? So it doesn't mean that I hate these people that drop off and all that sort of thing. It's just my lesson and their lesson as we move along in life. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. It's not fun all the time, but it's just the facts of life. Cool job, Andre. Thank you. What is coming for me the rest of the year? That's a big, tall order. I'll give you about a week. Okay? Anything more than a week, just get in touch with me at my website, and we can set up a date that we can do a big reading, an hour reading. Okay? But for the next week coming up, you're going to be getting into a new thought process, a new big emotional situation for yourself. And you're going to be figuring out some things that aren't working for you. Okay? And you're going to be changing those things and not being afraid of those changes. And you're going to be working upon those in a grand scale, and it's going to be very profitable in not just money, but in all other aspects. But it's not going to be as fast as you had thought. It's going to be something that you're going to have to do continuously. Okay, there's no quick fix thing. Okay, but this week you're going to get on the right track of the rest of your life. Okay? So be ready for it and don't be afraid. It's going to be fun. Okay. Hello, Nick. Hi, Andre. Pepe to 10 cents this year? Yes. I am thinking that it's going to get up to that level of moolah. Or is it? It's something that's going to be having to be worked upon. I think it's going to be getting to 3-4 cents in the next little while. 10 cents is going to be about a year or two out from today. And it's only going to be for a short period of time. Okay? You have to remember Pepe Coin and all the other meme coins are only a short-term thing. Remember that. There's going to be some secrets that are going to be coming out. They might do some nefarious thing behind the scenes that people are going to be liking. And it's unfortunately going to be bringing that market down a little bit. But I do see it at 10 cents in about a year and a bit. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Some good guys are saying this bull market for crypto is jeopardizing or breaking. Melon is duplicating. Are they just starting us? We'll get back to that. World Economic Forum starting to say they can't buy clothes or wash it. Yes, their plans are failing. They're running for the hills. This whole idea of you'll own nothing and be happy with it and all that sort of thing, which was their mantra for quite some time now. They're not a new thing. World Economic Forum's been around for quite some time. They come out and they come into power and then they get squished, right? Every time. And this is just the latest time. Klaus Schwab is stepped down and all that sort of thing. It just means that they're going to be going back into the shadows. Okay? So this is the time that we have to make decisions and wake up, which I think that Trump-Biden thing woke up a lot of people. Okay? And we're going to start to go the other way. This is one of those things that's starting to bring in the new world, or our better world of realization. Okay? Was that Trump-Biden thing. If you weren't awake before, you are now. One psychic has been one or more battlefield end devices. Boom. And this next year has seen one or more battlefield end devices. Boom. This year. Yeah, they're going to have fights and all that sort of thing in the next little while. I still do not see nukes flying everywhere, but there are going to be skirmishes and all that wonderful stuff. Yeah, because the Western world is crumbling, where the BRICS and all that are growing at a fantastic rate. And I think if you're looking for a place to move, maybe go to one of the BRICS nations. Because I think they're going to be the ones that are going to be on top for the next couple of decades. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Please say Trump. Sure. We'll say Trump. Biden will win. Okay, hear me out. Because they're going to need some type of thing to keep him in power. Because I think they're going to be sticking with him. Because they don't know what else to do. Because they burned all the other bridges. But it's not going to last very, very long. Okay? And that's come up in other discussions from before. Okay. Is Gavin Newsom the replacement? No, I don't think he's going to be replacing Biden at all. It'd be good, I guess. But we have to remember not to rely upon these people for anything good. Okay? That's why I'm a voluntarist. Does not matter who's in power, they're all going to screw it up eventually and make it worse for us, the regular folks. That's why I keep stating that you should take matters in your own hands and stop listening to these idiots. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Was Trump coin on Solana created by Barron Trump? Barron Trump. Possibly. I think it's doing not bad. It's going to be a start coin. It's going to do very, very well for the next little while. I'm not picking up that it was actually him. It's probably somebody else that created it. Might be, it was inspired by Barron Trump, but I don't think it was created by him. And I think it's going to do very, very well in the next little while. Long term? No. Short term? Yeah. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Hello, much love. Thank you. Steven Greer has just been able to get a U.S. law passed to protect tech whistleblowers. 3 cards for Mr. Greer in proper disclosure. Thanks. I think they're going to be starting to get into this particular thing. It's more of a political move I'm picking up to make the Biden camp look super duper and all that sort of thing. It's just a political move. It's like releasing the guy from WikiLeaks. It was more of a political thing. It wasn't that they cared about him or like him or anything like that. It's they want to look good. They're too important. They're so concerned about looking good instead of doing good. Okay? To get the voters and all that sort of thing. I think it's just one of these laws that they're going to be passing to get people excited about the government again and all that sort of thing. It's going to be a long journey that they're going to say that they're going to release at a certain time and just to get the people excited and all that sort of thing. It's more of a political move. But will it ever be passed? I don't think it ever will. It's more about looking good instead of doing good, and not to rely upon these jackasses. I work as FIS. We make credit cards. Cool. It's a job. 3 cards for the crypto accuracy of Psychic SL369. Never heard of them. But let's have a look. I think he's okay. Overall, I think the health of his thing is not bad, but he's going to be getting into some situation where he's too focused on one thing and trying not to have your own personal feelings about the readings that you have filter into your reading. It's going to be a very difficult time for him or whoever they are. For the moment, it's going to be fairly accurate, but as time goes along, he's going to be getting stuck into certain cryptocurrencies that may tarnish his visions. Okay? And of course, you're psychic. You figure it out for yourself as well. Okay? Always check what people say. Okay? Even me. Will my crypto portfolio in 2026 make it possible to leave my current job? It does seem to be, I feel knee-jerk reactions around you. Get it, sit on it, especially if you got Bitcoin, and just relax. That'll be my new coffee cup thing, maybe. Sit on it. Unfortunately, people think it's an overnight success and all that sort of thing. And that is not the case. Continue with the cryptocurrencies that you have, and you're going to be doing just fine. Hopefully, you got some Bitcoin at least and some Ethereum, and you're going to do just fine. Keep sitting. You're going to be just fine. Okay? Hopefully, that helps you out. Yard Woman. Hey, I want to release on a record label called Habitat, but can't seem to get my music heard. Am I ever going to release on that label? And the first thing that comes to mind is no. Music is a tough nut to crack. I was in the music world myself, way back in the 80s, 90s, being a drummer. You gotta pay your dues and all that wonderful stuff. I do think that you're gonna have to take another a situation and putting it into a different format like YouTube or something like that. Actually, me and one of my old guitar players is going to do some AI music and do our little things within the AI music to make it our own, and then probably publishing it on YouTube and all that sort of thing. That will come in time. We got a thick binder of old lyrics that we haven't touched yet. But for yourself, it might be something along those lines where you might have to self-publish. Okay? And there's probably a lot of things that you can do for self-publishing. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Mina, hello. Can I have a message, please? Thank you. Time for decision-making time. I think what you were hoping for, you're overlooking some of the things that are coming along, and you haven't really dug into those things and kind of have this preconditioned thought, okay, of where everything is going to be going for the next week or so. It's going to go the opposite way that you thought. Okay, so if you're thinking, I'm going to do this in my job and it's going to be super duper, and you're missing some of the puzzle pieces. That's what I'm picking up. And it's going to go south on you in a very quick way. So make sure that you understand that and be agile in your decision making. Okay? Yeah, in the financial part of your life, I think it's going to be a little bit shaky. Make sure that you're agile. There's going to be some other opportunities. Don't overlook them, okay? Because there's going to be several other opportunities coming your way. Hopefully you get into those in a good way. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Will Durban, South Africa be affected by 3 days of darkness that many psychics are talking about? Hmm. 3 days of darkness? That's like biblical stuff. And the first thing that I'm picking up is no. Unless you're like in the South Pole or North Pole. Churchill, where they have many days of darkness. Seems that there's going to be some situation that the skies are going to be darkened by something. I think it's maybe a volcano or some type of storm setting. Not complete darkness, not biblical darkness. Calm down. But there is going to be some type of darkness that's going to be in the sky. Could be caused by storms or something like that. Okay? What will come about this? Some sleeplessness, that sort of thing. People freaking out. Don't freak out. Okay? Just a weather pattern that's going to be coming in. And unfortunately, people get right into the biblical stuff. Don't do that. It's not the end times. It's just a weathered pattern. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Just have more flashlights. How do you see the future of my dog with cancer? Does he get old? Do you think the binaural beats I played for him worked? Shall I buy a buddy for him? Binaural beats and all that sort of thing does help any particular situation. If you're doing Reiki on the dog and all that sort of thing, can help as well. Having a buddy is not bad at all. Is he going to get old? I don't think he's going to be getting to a great age. Like one of my cats that got up to 21 years old. But he's going to have a good quality of life for the next little while. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. Am I ever going to meet someone? Well, you meet people all the time if you go outside. But I'm assuming that the one, or the one for today. Let's have a look. As I said in the part of the beginning of the show, that we have to change ourselves, and people will fall off from us. You just have to get out there and do all kinds of things, and then that person will come along. And I do see somebody that is around you in a future endeavor that you're doing, some group that you're belonging to. Don't get caught up in what it is. Oh, if I go dancing or something like that, meet them. No. It's while you're doing normal things, getting out there, talking to people, doing all kinds of things, and that's when the person comes to you. It's when you're not actively looking. Okay? So it comes from getting outside and doing all the wonderful things that you should be doing and not staying at home. Which people tend to do for whatever reason. Getting out there, trying all great things, getting together with friends, and that's when it happens. And I do think that's going to be happening in about 2 to 3 months. Okay? Of you living life. And then somebody comes along. Don't know if it's a permanent thing. It's going to be a lot of fun, a great learning lesson. That's all life is. and then it's going to happen. Okay? Some of you, am I ever going to meet somebody? Do you go outside? No. Well, it's hard to meet unless it's the Amazon driver delivering packages to you. You got to get out there and meet new people. Do different things. Do the things that you're excited about. Love life, and you're going to be just perfect. Okay? Anything good coming my way soon? Depends on what you're putting out there. Okay, we're getting back to the law of action, law of attraction. You get back to you what you put out there. Just the FYI. Okay? You're going to have tough times. You're going to have difficult times. You're going to have times. But it's all part of the process, right? And I do think that if you put yourself out there, you put the right energy, put that white light around everything that you do, put that white energy around ourselves. Very easy to do. White light is like that. Envision it around you and change yourself. Once you change yourself, you're going to start to attract the things that are good or pretty good. And that's how it works. So if you do those things, it'll happen on its own time. Okay? And I do think something's going to be fantastic going to be happening out there for you in the next 2 to 3 weeks if you start applying those things. Okay? Thank you for that. It all comes down to energy. Life is energy. It's almost the class. What you put out there, you get back. It's like a mirror reflection. So if you're all grumpy and all that sort of thing, well, that's what's going to be reflected back at you. Grumpy. You put out not faking it, but honest, good energy out there, then that energy is going to be coming back to you. And you surround everything with white light before you go into a new situation. Put white light around that situation. Put in your mind and think that you're going to have the best situation possible for whatever you're headed into. Okay? Just a FYI for you. We're learning stuff, and thank you for the $11. In my work sector, there's an open promotion. Will I be chosen? Have you put white light around it? Is it right for you? These are the questions that one must ask. Do it. Put that white energy out there. Put it around the whole situation. And the best outcome will happen. Doesn't mean that you're going to get it, but you're going to learn something from it. Not everything that I put on or go towards happens, but there's always a lesson to learn, always a movement forward. Unfortunately, many people, they'll try something, it fails, and then they stop. Life is about motion. Life is about energy. Okay? You go towards something, it doesn't work out, try it again. Try something else. Maybe it wasn't right for you. It wasn't the right period of time. But I think you put the white light, it's going to lead into something else. Okay? We're getting that life lesson that we all need to figure out. To change the world around you, you must always use that white light. Use the law of attraction, law of action. Okay? A lot of people back in the day when the secrets came out, they're all sitting in their houses hoping for things to happen. And it never did. It's when you start to take action that things happen. Will it be smooth? No. That's the fun part, the roller coaster ride. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Should I get a camper van for the UK or one suitable for mainland Europe? Steering wheel in different sides. Yeah. It's the first thing my guides. Sure. Depending on what you want to do with it. Unless you're worried that you need a place to live and you got to be very, very mobile. That sort of thing. Maybe a good opportunity for you to be productive and all that sort of thing. And having that camper will be a great boon to you. You can be more mobile and have a home that you're moving around with. You're going to be able to, I showed the card, didn't Wheel of Fortune. So it's a good idea, maybe bringing you in some money. Not a lot of, you're not going to be a millionaire overnight, but you're going to be having some opportunities come to you that you didn't have before. Okay? So yes is the short answer. Good morning. Can I get a message, please? And thanks. Something's going to be a little off on your health situation. So make sure that you're doing all the right things, and all. There's going to be some new activity that you're going to be getting into to help that along. Action, reaction, that sort of thing. Don't ignore things health-wise. Financially, you're going to be moving into a new sector of yourself, the world around you. It's going to be very, very quick for the better. A lot of people are we're a little confused around you of what to do next with you. And I think you're going to be changing that around. That's the confusion card. Okay? So it's upside down. So whatever they were puzzled about, that's going to be changing from something that you say. And don't be afraid to say things, but do it in a kind and gentle way. Because there's some confrontation there. Okay? And usually confrontation comes from not knowing the whole story or preconceived notions of the other person. Okay? Once you describe everything to them, they'll go, oh, okay. Because people are a little weird that way. Hopefully that helps you out for your next week. Can I ask a question? Yes, you may. I'm a new subscriber. You can. On my Twitter and my Facebook and all that, the people ask questions, I go, come to the live show. I'll answer your questions because this is the format of the show. And they want me to answer the question on the Facebook or whatever that they're asking from. Come to the show. And I'll answer any question within reason that you may have. Okay? That's what this show is about. I'm a new subscriber. Can I super chat a question? You may. Okay. Hopefully they ask a question in a few minutes here. When will be the best time to sell silver? 2026 or 2030? I'm picking up 2027, 2028 because there's going to be a nice uplift. No, make sure you don't do the knee-jerk reaction. Oh, it's gone down. Never sell at a loss. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, you buy it, you sit on it, you wait for a really good price, and then you sell it. And I think that time is going to be in 2027-ish. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Reading for Jasm coin. Do I need to sell and get another coin? We've gone through Jasm coin quite a few times in the show. It's okay. I know people, oh, it's the best coin around, blah, 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 blah. I think it's not as good as Bitcoin, but it's doing okay overall. I think just sitting on it for the next little while, don't need knee-jerk reactions. Unless you're going to be getting Bitcoin with it, just sit on it for the next little while. Okay? Thank you. Okay. She asked, or this person has asked a question. I want to know, will Johnny and Gigi relationship last? I feel he isn't happy. How long do you see it lasting? No idea who these people are, but I don't think it's going to last very long. I don't think you're correct on your assumption that he isn't happy. It is coming to an end cycle. We got that 10 of Swords. So whatever is happening right now, it's going to be coming to an end, and they're going to be moving on to something else. Their relationship is going to be coming to an end very, very soon. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Whoever these people are. Okay? I guess this is an add-on to that question. He didn't want his first wife, to divorce him. I think he was married after 6 months of dating her and doesn't really know her. I feel it will crumble. Yeah, pretty much. What the cards just said. When you jump from one relationship to another, it's usually not a good thing because you're not right with yourself. Okay? You have to learn to love yourself before you can have anybody love you. And I know that's cliche, but it's true. If you don't feel good about yourself, then it's really hard to get into a relationship that's loving and all that sort of thing. Especially, I'm assuming this is celebrities getting together and doing their thing. Yeah, it's probably because they don't like themselves. There you go. What do you see with the South African government? Will things settle post-elections? No. It's going to be a little bit more upheaval and all that sort of thing because people have to readjust themselves to the new thing going on. And I think there's more choppy waters coming along for the South African government in the near future because people have to acclimatize themselves to the new way of doing things. And if they don't like the new thing, which I don't think they will, then they're going to be changing for the next thing and the next thing after that until they get the idea that not to rely on these people, but to do things for yourself. Anytime you give other people power, your power, it always leads to disaster. That's just the truth. Doesn't matter where you are on the planet. If you give away your power, i.e. politicians, it always leads to bad things. Okay? Thank you for that question. Will Solana get a rug pull? Several analysts think it's on the cards. Haha. Yeah, I not necessarily a rug pull, but they're going to have some incident in their programming that's it already has a history of their blockchain falling apart on them, and they have to reboot it. I think they're going to be going. I think we've talked about this in the past already, that it's probably going to be happening again. Okay, we know of a friend of ours that actually knows one of the guys from Solana. There's 4 of them, and whenever they have to fix the blockchain, they do a conference call with one another through Skype or whatever. They go, "Oh, turn it off. Turn it back on. Okay, everything's good now." And through that action can lead to some bad stuff. Okay, it's about equivalent as hitting the side. If you're back as old as I am, and you remember the TV rolling, and you smack the side of it to make it stop rolling. That's what it's equivalent to. All right, we fixed it. Good. Carry on. Will it be good? Yes. If I remember the question that you asked, put the right amount of energy into it. So we have to do things for ourselves. It'll be good. Many are giving XRP a big down slope soon. Yes, I saw this, and yes, it's going to go down. And even Cliff High was talking about that. It's going to go up, and then it's going to come down in a big major way. And I think the guys at the Galgire and all them, the remote viewers, were seeing that as well. So yeah, it's going to be a thing. Oh, we got one of those people. It's too bad this is a bot that's in my chat, not an actual person. So I put them to work. If you're gonna be on my live show and you're here, I'm gonna put you to work. Prove your worth. It's just a Facebook thing. They gotta try to jump into your thing to steal people away, and it's just nefarious stupidity. Well, my ex-husband tried to come back around and communicate with me this year. Does he miss me if I see communication with that month? I'm picking up no. I'm picking up that it was a toxic relationship, and it's something that you do not deserve. He may feel sorry about it, but I'm picking up that he doesn't think that he did anything wrong. Okay? Surround it with white light and see what comes back to you once you do that. That whole situation with them, wrap it with white light and gain the information back from that. I'm teaching you some psychic stuff here. Easy to do. Thanks very much. I have a skin condition the last 2 years. Did you see any recovery or healing? Marginally. I think there's going to be some healing that's going to be happening along. A lot of it's going to be emotionally based sickness that you're going to be having in the next little while, or already having. And I think once you get into a better positive mindset, it'll alleviate some of the sickness that you're having. And there's going to be somebody that's going to be coming along with information that's going to be helping you out much, much more. and that's going to be in about the next 2 to 3 months. Hey, try this, and it'll help you out marginally. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. You would not believe on how much of our sicknesses are based off our emotional state. Okay? Do you see me meeting a good partner soon? Yes. It's going to be in the next little while. There's something that you're going to be involved in, that you're going to be meeting somebody new. And they're good for what you need. May not be the one, but it's going to lead into the one. Okay? Hello. Important messages from my spirit team. Can't you talk to them yourself? Pick up the phone. Go, hey. I think they're talking about some. Gotta hit the switchboard and tell my guys to talk to your guys and all that wonderful stuff. Something about breathing properly. You may not be breathing properly, and it's affecting your health in a big way. So learn how to breathe properly. There's something about a shortness of breath because you're a little bit of anxiety happening. Tip for you: when you're getting into a stressful situation where you may be a little bit afraid of something, that could be anything, hold your breath. You can't have the negative emotion as fear when you're holding your breath. All right, so if you're going into something that you're not aware of or not accustomed to, there's that moment before you flick the switch, hold your breath. Do it. Breathe out. Okay? You can't, when you're holding your breath, you can't have any other emotion. We're taught that in Kung Fu class. When the punch comes in, you're a little bit afraid because there's a punch coming for your face. Hold your breath. Block. That's why they teach you that. And it makes your body rigid. Once the block is done, do the counter. Breathe in. You don't have emotion at that moment in time, right? Do the counter. Learning things today. There you go. So whenever you're getting into a stressful situation, or you perceive it as a stressful situation, breathe, hold breath. Once you get through it, before I hit the go switch for the YouTube show or the live show, I'm a little bit nervous. You don't know what's going to happen. Hit switch, countdown starts. I have been stressed. So make sure that you do proper breathing. Do the Tai Chi, right? Right? To the bucket. Carrying the bucket. Do a couple of those. The first movement in Tai Chi. Breathe in. Right? You do a couple of those, you get into some cool Tai Chi, You do that a couple times before you go into a stressful situation surrounded with white light. You're good. Well, better than you were before. Okay? I'm not saying it's the cure-all, but it's going to help you in a big way. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Oh, we got another one of these wonderful people. Love spells. Relationship reading. I do that too. I'll put it on the screen here. Greetings, love. I'm available for all kinds of reading. We're just going to mock this person for doing nefarious things on my show. Future reading, relationships reading, reading for whom passed away. Also, all those kinds of spells for love. There's no such thing. To get your ex back into your life. Removal of blockages. I just taught you how to remove blockages. Send me a friend request and message me directly with you. Full name and let proceed immediately. Love. Well, I do that now. Don't need this spiritual healer Jezebel person on my live stream. My goodness. It's too bad she's just a bot. Maybe she'll comment later. Can I get a message from my spirit team as well? The laugh, funny face. Okay, Silver Geek. Connecting, getting on the switchboard, making the connection. They're saying something about doing the breathing. Relaxing, getting into the things that you need to do. Okay? You know you got to do them. Get into there. Once you feel that stress before you hit that switch, right? Every time you feel a bit of anxiety of getting into something that you're not sure of, which is most of the day for some of us, breathe. He who loses their emotional state always loses the fight. I learned that from my Kung Fu teacher as he punched me in the nose. Well, we're sparring, of course. So always try to keep your emotional state at a certain level. And the best way to do that is breathe. Okay? I encourage everybody to get into Tai Chi, martial arts, yoga, any of those things that you learn to control your breath. If you control the breath, you control your life and you control that energy that you have around you. Because we all throw out energy everywhere. And to stabilize your energy in a good way through breath and focus. And those things, yoga, Tai Chi, martial arts, help you to control your mind, to control your breath, and to help you with your life. And I'm thinking that's what they're talking about for you. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. They're expecting Shiba Inu to come to 1 cent in 2026, 2028. When you ask your spirit team guides for messages, how will they normally come through to you? Visions, imagination, music, or signs on the road? For me, they usually give me pictures, impressions, feelings. Sometimes I'll smell something. Clairgustance, that's the smell and taste, psychically. Pictures are probably the best way to communicate from the other side to us because it's the fastest way of communicating between the realms. Instead of spoken word, which is hard to keep going between the two of you or the bunch of them and to you, because it takes a lot of energy, and to raise your energy up to their level and to bring their energy down to your level, it's a bit of an effort, right? So the quickest way is pictures. So I always tell everybody, learn about symbology. Yeah, because if they give you a picture of a bear, I see a bear. What's a bear mean to you? Because you're going to be utilizing pictures and images that you relate something to. So if a bear, people go, it's a bear, run! So that would be your message. And it opens the floodgates to your psychic abilities to give that message, right? If it's Yogi Bear, then hey, protect your picnic baskets because it's Yogi Bear, right? Protect your assets, right? That's basically how you get visions. Is usually through pictures, sometimes smell, sometimes you'll hear sounds. Clairaudience. Clairvoyance is the pictures in your mind. Clairgustance, which I've already discussed, which is smell and taste, right? Can come through. Everybody's a little bit different. I knew one psychic medium that got everything through smell. I smell tar. This is from your uncle that used to work in the mines, blah, 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 blah. And it would click everything into place when they got the smell. They would do the whole reading for the other person through smell. She was cool. Not many people can do that. It's usually a combination of things. When my grandfather's around me, I'll smell grease because he used to work on cars and stuff like that. And that's the smell I associate with him. Okay. Or I'll smell a certain perfume. For my grandmother who comes around, it's shortbread cookies. She always be in the kitchen making cookies, and that's what I associate with her. Okay? So pay attention to the pictures that you get and the feelings that you get. If you're thinking about something and you get that smell, feeling, it's your body telling you something. It's your psychic senses telling you something. Okay? And the more you do it, the better you get. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. It's all of the above, depending on the person. When do you see me moving? And when I see you moving on a Tuesday. And what's the season is spring, could be in the next year. Okay? So sometimes they'll give you a season. Springtime. We've already gone past spring. Could be another season the next spring. And I think that's when it's going to be happening for you. And it's going to be to a place that you didn't expect. Okay? Will I get the inheritance that was written in the will, or was the will changed? I think it was changed. Up. There we go. Yeah. You might want to check on that with the lawyer and all that sort of thing. See that everything is hunky-dory. I think there were some changes that were done to that will. Okay? Hopefully that helped you out. I bought more PulseChain. Will it make me a millionaire? No. It might not have enough. Still a good coin. Nothing wrong with it. Just not yet. Not in the time frame that you're thinking. It might be something further down the road. Okay? Hello from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Would you consider me for a reading? Well, hello from Winnipeg. The two provinces over. Winnipeg, Manitoba. Wonderful place. Oh, it's not bad. If you don't mind people with knives and stuff. For you, I think health is going to be doing okay. There's some emotional things that you're going to have to deal with. It's going to be okay. Money's going to be a little bit tight for the next little while because there's going to be a transition between what you're currently doing into something new. So be ready for that and all the emotional state that a lot of the people that are around you are going to be in. That's going to be turned around. So they're going to be feeling much better about the situation that you find yourself into. Okay? So a little bit of a change in vocation. Okay? So there's going to be that little bit of a tight spot financially for you as you go into the next thing. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. Are things going to manifest into something bigger than the person I'm currently seeing? And would Jeff approve of this? And that's probably where's the card? That card. Aha. Doesn't he look happy? At first, he may not agree to the situation that you're going to be putting yourself into. I.e. this, but I think it was upside down. So there's going to be a short period of time where he's going to have some resistance to the change that you're thinking of. And then he's probably going to come around. Oh, that's okay. Hopefully that helps you out. Great. About my broken marriage. A little bit of a long show today, but that's okay. Stop being tied to things that do not work. If you want to fix the situation for the better, you're going to have to look at different ways of improving that relationship that you have and analyze the reasons that it is broken or you consider it to be broken, probably because of emotional things and because we don't communicate with one another all that well, which is normal. You can fix it. Okay? If you want to fix it, that's the major thing. Do you want to fix it or not? If you want to fix it, you have to be truthful with what you're currently doing and change that. Okay? And that's when everything will go into a better way. Qigong is good breath work as well. We're talking about breathing. As my Kung Fu teacher would say, breathe. It's good for you. Any important messages from the other side? For me, a quick look at my current job and people surrounding me in the workplace. I think that's going to be changing in the next little while. I think there's going to be a change in stuff. It's like my place of work. If you don't like the management, don't worry. Give it a minute. It'll change. And that's, I think, what's going to be happening to you in your current job. People are going to be changing in a very, very quick way. And it's going to be for the better. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Didn't we do this already? We did that already. Filth and energy about you. If I'm permitted. Can I tell you what I sense? If it's one of these people. Again, Facebook. Any message for me on the other side? We did that one. Dun, 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 dun. Getting my health back. Is it an easy fix? Question mark. No. It's as easy as you make it out to be. I'm having the feeling that you're one that likes to put yourself through the ringer and try to do things the hard way. So don't do that. But it'll come about when you are ready and willing and getting into it. Okay? Hi, Andre. I'm thinking of selling my H-bar for XYO. I know H-bar probably has more long-term stability, but the XYO price looks very attractive now. Can't you get both? Do some extra jobs, get some extra cash, throw it in there, have both. That's what I do. I have cryptos all over the place, and I never really trade. Unless the one is horrible, get some extra cash and go into both. That's what I'm picking up. Okay? Hopefully that helps everybody out, and I think that's the last question for today. Now I got to go here, because I'm working alone in the middle of Canada. Oops. Boom. There we go. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure to go to secretreadingsbyandre.com where all that information is there. If you like a personal healing with my Reiki Master Wife, and it seems a lot of people here could probably use that, according to the chat, that information is there as well on our website. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, we have the Treasury Cold Storage Wallet for sale on our website. Know if you should happen to purchase something from us, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. With that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.